some people are like a weird shape. Some dudes got weird shape. Like
I got short legs.
yeah, their legs are like shorter than they kind of like their torso or whatever.
Yeah.
So you gotta get custom made stuff.
I wear a 28 long.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. It's a hard to get.
Yeah, I don't got those at the store.
You gotta shop in the kids section.
Well, you're like in between, like a high school kid and like an adult.
Yeah, it's because the problem is like I got like thick legs, so you'll see all my hair gets worn off my calves from the little kid pants.
Oh wow.
You know, I shop in the juniors section.
Yeah, you gotta start wearing capris.
These aren't hem, see? That's juniors right there.
Oh wow. Man, you got a tough life, bro.
Yeah. Short legs.
Everybody, yeah.
I always had short
Everybody
legs.
wants to talk about minorities.
Well,
No, this is the real minority right here.
I used to roll them up and iron it with the starch. I gotta get back into it.
Wow.
Man, dude, I started shooting pool last night, dude. I had an incident, dude. I forgot. I got in some trouble last night. I was running the pool table, but
Where'd you go?
I don't even know if I should mention the name of the bar, but either way, so
In
got it.
Manhattan.
Well, there was a dude. I'll be honest with you. My problem is with these guys. And this isn't even what the story's about. It's just a little detail. The dude was shorter than me. I knew going in, dude.
That's gonna be a
about 3
problem.
inches shorter than me.
Wow.
Not to mention, I know, and not to mention, I'm running the pool table, bro. I played on boats. Pool on land is easy.
Wow.
These guys were mad. They're trying to play all the rules. They said I was doing complicated shots. They're like, you got to call the pocket. But the whole time I'm sneezing, right, dude? For whatever reason, I don't know.
Oh, it's springtime.
No, this isn't normal sneezing. It started when I walked into the bar. And I don't know if it's like the scent of the bar. I've never been to this bar.
Oh, they probably got mold or something.
Dude, I don't know. It was the dude. It could have been the guys that were smoking those like watermelon vapes.
Oh,
And
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
either way, Dan, I'm not exaggerating. I got the shirt in my laundry. I sneezed 500 times. I had to start putting
Wow.
but I'm still sinking balls.
You got to see the shirt.
Bro, we're playing for drinks. and
Wow.
they're getting mad. He's like, nah, man, you sneeze, man. That's sloppy because
wow.
the ball went in. Bro,
Oh, wow.
I was sneezing so bad. I went outside. I come back in to close out my tab. The dude wanted to fight me. I had my head in my shirt, dude, 4 or 5.
Wow.
I'm about to fight this dude over sneezing. He's like, man, for real, man. How many times you gonna sneeze?
That is like it's your superpower.
Dude, I couldn't.
The more you sneeze, the more just in the zone you get.
All morning I was sneezing too, but really last night was insane.
It's
Like,
it's like the natural with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
You got your secret move is just to sneeze a few times and you lock in.
I don't know if they thought I was doing it on purpose. I've never seen people
That is a
so
lot.
mad.
That's a lot of sneezing.
Yeah.
I would notice it at least.
Bro, I was
Yeah.
getting ready to fight him. I'm like, dude, you want to go outside? For real, I couldn't quit. He's
Wow.
like, man.
That's crazy though. You were just like you were just doing it though.
Yeah, I couldn't stop, dude. I knew it was a problem. I thought I
But
was
I mean
cool.
like you were just like killing it on the pool table.
Oh yeah,
Just-
dude, I
just
got
running
good.
it. Yeah.
I ran the table 4 times.
Wow.
And I was trying to play with these girls, and these dudes were being a problem. They started being like, "Oh, you gotta call the pocket. We're not giving you that shot, or that was sloppy." Like,
Well, that's the what's it called when you do something by accident?
yeah,
Scraps or something.
scratch, yeah,
Yeah.
or whatever. But these guys were doing too much, and then I still beat them. That's the
Wow.
funny part. It just dragged on longer.
Yeah. Well, I guess it must be tough for that guy because he probably sees himself as like a real pool guy. And
Well,
then you just walk in fucking sneezing everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he was one of those guys. He was short, man. Like all his limbs were short, and he had to crawl up all on the table.
Yeah, how does that guy like that even like
So
break a pool?
he's all telling us. He goes, "I played by the rules. That's sloppy, dude. I bumped a ball, right? It moved a millimeter. I gave it to him.
Yeah.
I go, all right, man, you got it." Then he crawls on the table, dude. He's
Wow.
like, oh, fat and sloppy, and elbows are short, and balls are moving. I'm like, hey, man, that's what the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
It's not like, let's get the rule book out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're crawling all over the table. He's like, I got little limbs.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that guy. If I was that guy, I would not have taken up pool
Right.
of all activities.
That's more of like,
That's- you
foosball.
take up jujitsu or something.
Oh, dude,
be
you'd
a
kill.
wrestler. Yeah.
You were killing some jiu-jitsu.
Something where you're low
Or
center.
marbles.
You're, yeah, there you go. So you're bowling. Something where
Yeah.
your low center of gravity is not a hindrance. But like, yeah, pool table. You got to give this guy a stool.
Yeah. Well, they had the one little thing, but they don't use it. People never want to use it. The bridge.
embarrassing.
You know when you
Oh,
get
yeah.
people were telling them use the bridge,
Well, you can use the bridge and use some, get some boots on. Or
and
something.
it's like, bro, I'm already drinking. I don't want to see you all sensual crawling on a pool table.
Oh yeah.
You
yeah.
know?
That's got to be tough for him though.
Yeah.
I feel like if you go back to that bar today, I bet there's going to be a sign on the wall saying no sneezing. Yeah, maximum sneezing 4
Did I
times a
tell
night.
you? I knew it was a problem. I thought I was getting away with it. Then the bouncer came over. He goes, "Yo, bro, if you got a sneeze or something, just go outside."
We got the health inspector coming in. It's
Yeah,
going to be a
like,
problem.
all right, man.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah,
At least, yeah, you're always trying to find a new place to play pool. There you go.
I know, but I feel like I'm not even welcome here now. And I did run the table crazy.
Wow.
I got good, man.
Were these guys like trying to bet you?
Yeah, they were betting, and then the one dude was drinking. I met some finance bros. I almost really had them, but then these dudes, the little short dude, messed it up. So we played. This is the thing. Pool is a nice hustle. These guys sucked at pool, but he's a finance boss.
Right.
Like, they all had tons of money. He's like, let's play $100 a game right now. And I was like, let's do it. Now, anybody else would see that's something important, right? These guys are like, hey, man, I put my quarter down. It's like, bro, I just beat you guys 3 times. Like, let me play these dudes for $100. And they played the rule like they had their quarter. I guess the rule is if you put your quarter on a pool table, you're up next.
Yeah, well, you're just calling next.
But it's like, bro, you played 3 times. These guys want to bet me $100. Well, I got to beat you guys at 4 times.
Well, I mean, it's the pool table is communal. So everybody has
Yeah.
to share the table. But yeah,
We
I
should
get
share
that.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I would think those guys would at least want to see you play for $100.
You would think
It'd be
so.
exciting.
I think
Or
they
at least they would put up $100.
Yeah.
That should be the courtesy there. It's like, no, now we got some money on the line.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they were trying to beat me to beat them.
Wow.
Who knows? Because I wasn't getting off the table either. I should let it go. People take it too serious, man.
I got to become like your manager for pool.
Yeah.
So it's like you wait outside. I'll come in first.
Yeah.
Start aligning things up. It's
Dude,
like,
that would-
I got this guy.
And if you extra Japanese it up a little bit,
Well, I'll wear like a suit.
yeah.
Hey, I got a guy outside. He wants to talk to you. Yeah, we got some business
You
to
gotta
attend.
get some tea and sip it when you
Yeah.
talk to him.
Yeah, I get like my hot African wife will come with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have her titties out.
Yeah, man, make a proposition. Yeah, I'll carry
I'm
a
pretty
brief.
good because people look at me thinking, dude, are you sure you know how to play pool?
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, man. I just don't look like I'm good, I guess.
I would also assume that pool would be a taller person's game because your limbs are more
Yeah.
like you got more angles.
I just made it. Honestly, if I was an inch shorter, I'd have to do bocce.
Yeah, right.
Pool I could do. I just made it. Some of the
Well,
shots
it's like
are hard.
yeah. I mean, it kind of depends on like how the size of the room and where
Yeah.
things are laid out.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 2 shots that I'd rather
Well,
miss.
there's the thing when you kind of got to go like this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good at that though from the ships. But there's the one shot when the balls are both kind of like, you got to aim for the end pocket, but you got to stand on this side.
yeah.
I just missed the shot because I'm like, I'm not trying to look all stretched out and innocent.
Uh,
People be like, you got the shot right there. I'll just hurry up and do another one.
uh,
Oh, I didn't see it. My pride gets in the way.
you don't have your own stick though, right?
No, but I'm pretty good at judging a stick. And I don't
You got to
wanna
get a
carry-
stick. That shit was tight. That'd be with the case.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you're on the train and you're carrying, it's like you're carrying a sword.
it would be crazy.
Yeah.
I should get it because the sticks, you can catch a good one here and there, but that is a big thing.
Well, you need a stick and you need a little chalk thing.
Yeah.
You need make a nice name for it.
People get, what should I call my pool stick?
Oh yeah, I don't know. So you name it after your dad or something.
Yeah,
It's your grandfather.
yeah, name it after the Grandpapa John or something.
Yeah, it's my Uncle Marty. Yeah, me and my Uncle Marty.
Yeah, Cue Balls Morton.
Yeah. Well, it's great that you're getting out. This could really be a new this is your new lane.
Could be, but there's too many fights involved with pool, man. I got
It's a rough
good-
business.
Yeah,
That's why you got to learn how you got to get the boxing and the pool go together quite
yeah,
well.
they do. I should wear the gloves.
Yeah.
If I get even a little bit better at pool, people are gonna punch me. Cause you start playing for drinks, I played the dude for a nice whiskey. It was like a $20 whiskey, and he was mad. I had to tell him 4 times. I'm like, bro, we made the bet.
top shelf.
Yeah. He's like, you're really making me do
We're
it.
not doing wells.
Finance, bro. Brags about all the money he makes. 4 times I had to ask him for the drink.
Wow. See, that's the thing. He's trying to get you drunk at that point too.
Right.
I think if anything, this is how you definitely got to stay sober.
And the dude was actually too tall for pool. You could be too tall.
Too lanky.
Yeah, he was just
Yeah.
his knees were like at the pockets. It's like he just couldn't adjust right.
People always talk. I know Rogan is a big pool guy.
Yeah.
People talk about him being like 5'2" though.
What?
So I wonder
Rogan?
how. Yeah, I wonder if his body
Nah,
type. I
man,
can't
he
imagine.
cannot be 5'2".
I don't know. You hear different things.
People
online.
always downgrade, right? You know, people that are a little jealous.
Once you get popular enough, I bet
Oh,
they're
they're
gonna
gonna-
start calling you 5'3".
They're gonna be like, he came up to my chest.
Yeah. No, I saw him outside of a show.
Yeah,
It wasn't taller than a trash can.
he's the same height as Stallone.
Yeah, right.
They'll start throwing him in
You
there.
ever seen a parking meter?
Yeah.
It looks like that guy.
Believe it or not, Eddie Murphy's 9 foot tall.
No, but like there is certain pool type where it's like you can't be too bulky, or you can't be. Yeah, you gotta be proportionate to the table.
Well, the dude that I was playing against, we were partnered up. The one dude was little and the other dude was huge. And dude, his hands were like, I'm like, bro, this is just unfair. I'm like, dude, the dude's hands were like 1.5 feet wide, like from pinky to thumb. I'm just like,
Wow.
just looking at this dude, it's like, this isn't even right.
Uh,
You ever see those dudes? You're like, even if this dude never been in a fight in his life, his hands are so big. It's like, bro, he could smack me. I'm done.
you could, but it's like I always feel like with height and with size, I always think about Mike Tyson being like small and compact. Because
But he was still like 5'12", 5'11", right?
Mike Tyson's like 5'10".
Yeah.
I mean, when you compare him to
They're
you
6'4".
compare him to Leonard Spinks or something.
Those short punches.
Well, it's you think about distance because there's a distance from your arm, from your shoulder to your
Yeah.
fist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's quicker.
Yeah.
Whereas like when you ever seen like a really tall 7-foot guy
Yeah.
who played basketball or something, the limbs are too big. So it's like the information has to travel from here to here, and it takes longer.
Like a big old juggernaut, though.
Well, it's like you're trying to you're watching like a construction with like a big crane.
yeah.
And the crane can't make sudden movements because there's too much shit going. You know,
Yeah.
there's like you got to make too many decisions.
But you know what?
Whereas like a small guy like Mike Tyson, it's all peekaboo. So it's like, bam, you're already right there.
But the big dude could just touch your face. Like when you feel that big hand on your face in a friendly touch, it's like, it's
well,
like,
all
bro,
they got to
I-
do is go like this.
Right.
Yeah, they can just hold you out, and
Well, they
you're just gonna be swinging. you know.
Yeah, they got the big jewelry, the
Yeah.
bracelets all on your cheekbone.
Those big guys, though, those are never the fighters.
Yeah,
Those
they
guys,
talk out of it.
well, not even that. No one would fuck with them because they're big,
Right.
so they don't have experience actually in confrontation. Especially like when you're in high school and there's like you got your one friend who's like 6'4".
yeah, I had
fucking
one of those guys.
280.
My buddy Danny.
Those end up being the nicest guys. They're
Yeah.
like gentle giants because they've never actually been in a fight.
Dude, people used to make him flinch. He had the funniest flinch, bro. The biggest dude in the world in school. I mean, dude, we were like in
But it's
this.
like way too big.
Yeah, with
it's like
little
it's-
teeth. They never have the right size teeth.
Well, everybody else is like a regular size 5'5" person.
Yeah.
Then they're just fucking huge. Yeah.
I'm telling you, this dude was about 6'3" in the 3rd grade.
Oh yeah.
Slow classes,
Yeah.
just big, tiny teeth.
Yeah.
And dude, people used to run up to him and make him flinch. We'd be 4 feet away from his face. I don't know why my eyeball, dude. I think I got some. There's no way I got more allergies going on, man.
Spring is here.
I feel like my eyeball is swollen right now.
Wow.
Yeah, spring is sprung, man.
Wow. Yeah. You're going through it.
I don't know what it is, man.
But when somebody is that big, it's like those guys end up being like. I always feel like if they can make one wish in their life, they would wish to be smaller.
Yeah, they always tell you.
All anybody ever wants, especially when you're that age, you're in high school, young guy, all you want to do is be like everybody else.
I can never get with that mentality, though.
But you've never been 6'4" when everybody is 5'2".
Yeah,
It's fucking weird.
I just don't see.
You've always had an average. You've probably always been somewhat average in most of your things.
But people that say that, it's like, do they really mean it? It's like, come on.
Well,
Where's the surgery to shorten people?
You say yourself you're a follower though.
Yeah.
People you want to follow because you want to fit in. This is a natural human desire to fit in with the boys.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the one guy who's like, oh no, this dude can't eat milk because he's lactose. Everybody's eating cookies. It's like, oh, this guy's allergic to chocolate. He's got to get special cookies, and it's like that's not a good look for him.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, those big
Oh, this
dudes.
guy's Muslim.
Those.
It's like, oh, he can't go to Christmas. And it's like you don't want to be that guy.
You ever see, like, I'm friends with a big dude, and the way he eats, just because he's a big dude, he's not even fat. He's just like,
That's a lot of calories going.
he's just gigantic,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
You know, he's one of those dudes that, you weigh about 350 pounds, but you're not really fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it spreads out.
Yeah, it's
It's
like tall and
proportionate.
legs. It's a lot
Uh-huh.
of legs. Honestly, I hate to say it.
Oh,
It
it's
really
a
is.
lot of this.
Yeah, it
it's
hides
a
well
lot
with the
lot
tall.
of midsection. Yeah.
But it's those people that used to lift, so they got like the big frame or whatever. Because this dude's like, he's gigantic, his wrist. And dude, yeah, it'll be about 14 plates of food. It's like, dude, there's no way that you could do this.
Well,
Like,
that's the other thing. When being taller is more expensive.
yeah, like 14
Because
plates.
it's not
more
like
expensive.
it's not like tall people make like get hired at your job and they look at your height.
Yeah.
So you and him would get hired at the same job, and now his bills though are way higher. He's got to buy bigger pants.
Anytime I see a dude that's like 6'5" and they're walking with like a little muffin this big, like they're saving it, it's like, dude, what's that gonna do to you, bro?
Yeah,
You see it. Like a lot of people that act like they're from Paris do that.
of course.
You know, with the dress shirt and the little muffin on the train.
When they have the little espresso cup, it looks even smaller.
Now, do you
This
think
fucking guy is 8 feet tall?
is that an ego thing? Is that why they get the smallest little baguette possible? They know they're 6'6". They're like, let's see how.
I think it's just embarrassing because the guy doesn't want to have to carry fucking 5 things of bread like he actually wants. He's got to go home and eat. He's one of those guys that he has to eat in private.
Yeah,
'Cause
eat
he's-
in the dark.
Yeah. Well, even like you gotta think that kind of guy. If somebody's that tall, think about it, they gotta take a regular flight. You hop
Yeah.
on a regular flight, Southwest.
I feel bad for him,
You're good.
honestly.
I mean, like the shorter you are, that's when being short actually helps you out. But once you see like an actual regular tall 6'10" person in coach,
Yeah.
they're in pain.
And when you're sitting next to them, they hate when you put their seat back. They're all up there like
Yeah.
this.
Well, they're used to it too. And it's like that kind of guy, he has to get rich because he can't fly in the back with us.
I worked at this moving company with this guy. I was so jealous because how big he was, right? I'm like, dude, this gotta be easy for you. And then we started walking up steps. Bro, those big dudes up 6 flights, 300-pound dude, and they're leaking sweat. I'm like, bro, are you all right?
Well, those guys too. They got to retire at 55 because their knees get shot out.
Or their spines crushed.
Their spine's crushed and like the blood's got to travel all the way down, all the way up. It's
it.
like a tall building.
They used to have this thing back in the day. They'd give you shots if your kid wasn't growing. They did an experimental thing.
Oh yeah.
And I knew somebody that they did it to, and it was weird. Like his arms and legs got real grown up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but nothing
not
else
it
really
didn't
did.
yeah.
They got the little boy midsection.
That's not a good look.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we always told him to box, but either way, it was like, dude, just extra, just long-limbed.
It's unfair though, because we did the video at Old Navy that one time, or at we were looking for pants,
Yeah.
and there's all these common sizes of pants, but it's like they had to do some sort of calculation of like what's the most common size of legs.
I don't see why there's not a 28 long.
Exactly, you would
That's
think.
the majority of people today.
No, I don't think it is. There would be if that was true, there would be, but it's just unfair because there are so many people that fall outside of that spectrum.
Yeah,
And there's,
everybody fits tall pants because they could just be high waters.
Well, everybody, I mean, like there is a proportion of I think the average waist in the population is like a 34,
Probably.
34, 35.
Yeah.
But it's like the height variation. And even like there are big and tall stores.
32 is most common length. Everywhere you go, 32 long.
32, 33, yeah. That's what I'm at. But like big.
Damn, you wear a 32 long?
I wear 32 waist, like 30,
Oh.
31 long.
Yeah.
That's a tricky size too.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Because you get yours, you get them to fit nice.
Anything with anything with an odd number ends up being tricky. But there's not stores for short guys. There's stores for big and tall.
Wow. Yeah, they got little kid stores for us.
Exactly.
Remember I had the little cars on my shirt? I was so embarrassed. I was opening for Norm. He's like, so do you like to dress like a child? Dude, I looked down, I had cars on my shirt at Caroline's.
Yeah, that's fucked
Little
up.
kid button up. Because adult button ups come down to my knees.
Oh, wow.
It's like, and white tees. Why are white tees? Because I guess they're supposed to be tucked in. I can't stand how long white tees are.
Oh, wow.
You got to get them from like H&M.
That's so funny. What if you said yes to that? Yeah, I tried it just like a little boy on stage.
Yeah.
Mid-30s,
I figured you'd be into that thing.
Sometimes I do suspenders.
Yeah, I looked down, I had little cars on my shirt.
Wow.
I was like, yep, little kid shirt.
Man,
Forgot.
that's tough.
I look good in a little kid shirt, though. They fit my
Well,
waist
it's like
good.
you end up, it's actually like, it's not all wide.
Yeah.
That's the problem with buying, like, if you wear like a large size shirt, if you're like a big guy but you're short,
Yeah.
then the shirt's just going down to your knees.
And that's what I get all the
So
time.
it's not like a good,
It's
yeah.
embarrassing.
Well, you got to either lose weight or you got to get taller or,
Start wearing panties.
well, I think you got to go with suspenders or something.
Well, I talked to the tailor here, but I don't think there's an English breakdown because they didn't want to hem my T-shirt. I was like trying to get a T-shirt.
Yeah, I don't think they do that.
Yeah, they didn't get
They
it.
would have to break down the whole shirt. And
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a hem shirt.
Yeah, I always think that too about what's crazy about Chipotle is that there's only one size of a bowl. You think about that?
Yeah.
This one size, they figured out one size of burrito bowl that can fit everybody.
Yeah, that
I mean,
is
little
crazy when you
kids,
think
big
about
fat
it.
guys, old ladies,
Right.
young guys,
One
women.
portion fits
One
all.
portion, they fit for everybody. Whereas any other business would be small, medium, large,
Yeah.
or something. But the Chipotle menu, it's like it's not confusing. The way you see most other restaurant menus have like a million things going on.
You know-
Chipotle, it's like somebody that had some sort of scientist somewhere who's like, what is the size of a bowl that everybody's going to be okay with?
Well, it caught its backlash because then they had let's do a little bit more. Let's do a little bit more.
That's just because people are fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you what, man. I wish that thing would just get a little cheaper because I'm stuck on buffet food now because even some of these, I don't want to eat $14 worth of food in the city. Like $16 if you go to Chipotle. I don't know what Chipotle is, but
Oh, my God, yeah.
let's just say a burrito
Uh-huh.
or let's say like a dig in, like the chicken and brown rice. Like you're going to eat 4 pounds of food than go do shit. I'd rather a little portion, something small, boom. But you have to get that at the buffet.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Then you're getting buffet quality.
Yeah.
Like I just want good quality at a buffet size.
Yeah. It'd be crazy if you could play pool for food.
I bet you I
instead of
could.
drinks. Wouldn't that be? I mean, you got to find like a restaurant with a pool table or something.
Well, they really want to play for money. $5 a ball.
That would be sick though if it was a place where it's like, let me get a chicken wrap, me and
Yeah.
you right now.
Yeah.
8 ball.
Yeah. I would totally do that.
Yeah, right.
Play for steaks
Oh man, that'd be
at the
sick.
strip club.
Yeah. But then you have an off night. Next thing you know, you're buying a guy like a New York ribeye.
Can you imagine? Dude, that's the thing. People don't want to get good at pool, but they want to play it all the time. So I bet you if I really tried in like 2 months, I could be whacking everybody.
Well,
in
you
all
got
the-
to get good at like the slow roll. So you got to get good at losing the first game. And
Yeah.
then getting them to double down.
Well, I'm good at making mistakes. I could play off
Oh,
dumb
you're good at
real
sneezing.
good. I started asking people the rules.
Yeah. Which one's the 8 ball?
Yeah. I go, so what is it, free ball or what's that mean behind the line? And I look at them real confused. They go, well,
I don't know numbers too good.
yeah, they'll be like, well, we play for drinks. I go, oh, really? Well, I like whiskey. Can we play for that one?
Well, I've never had Japanese whiskey before.
Yeah.
No, then you lose that game, and you're like, all right, one more game, double or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, bet your Mercedes.
That's when people want to fight you. That's kind of what happened last night.
That's the poker move right there.
You sink about 7 balls in a row. They go, hey, man, what's up?
Boy, I never played poker
Yeah,
before.
you hustling. You know what the fuck the diamonds is? The dude was pissed. You think you hustling?
Wow. I feel like there's got to be. I mean, if me and you go out to Chinatown, I feel like we go to Flushing.
Yeah.
To like real Chinatown, go to some
Yeah.
like go down some steps and
Yeah.
knock 5 times on a thing slides open, we'll find something.
We'll get some portobello suits, some cigarettes.
Either win some money or man, we're both in some real trouble after that.
I got all this fake cash we could bring down
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Can you imagine?
I think that you just got to have that. You got to get a suit pocket and just have it like poking
Yeah.
out a little bit.
So they can barely see
Don't
it.
even say nothing about it. Yeah, just move that aside a little bit. All right. Well, this battery is gonna die pretty soon.
Yeah, I think it is.
So let's plug some dates, huh?
I got Broadway Comedy Club audition.
Oh, right, yeah.
April 24th. Come out for it, man.
Boy, if we've ever needed somebody to come out to a
Dude,
show.
5 tickets is all I need. DM me. I might even have a few laying around.
Yeah. The first 100 callers.
I just need you to use promo code DOM, D-O-M, if you get them, because you got to get from my link. I'll make another post. We're going to get it going.
Wow.
So I got that going on. I got, man, I've been taking a little small breather. Might be
Anybody out there got a pool table?
Yeah,
in the
dude,
city?
that's what I
Yeah.
got.
you want to go head to head?
I got to play
You
for
want to
some
go head
money.
to head with the Don?
And I'll mount your TV.
Yeah.
The Dawn. That's what I should call it.
Yeah. Well, you got to get a jacket with your name on it.
Yeah.
Get your car wash jacket again.
Lightning Leonelli. Oh, if I start coming around with the Centos.
Yeah. That'd be sick. Well, you gotta build up like a whole character of who you are.
Or just be real quiet.
Well, no, that's not. You got to be flamboyant. You
Yeah.
got to be a guy where like, that's the guy. It's like almost like a brand.
I come walking
Were
in
you
with
walking in-
sunglasses.
Well, you walk in with the car wash thing
Yeah.
and like a towel over your shoulder.
We should
with
get
like some like little bit of grease on your face, and it's like you start wiping off your hand with a towel. It's like, all right, what are we doing tonight?
get
Yeah.
a couple girls from Flushing. We'll get a couple of those massage girls.
Yeah,
Them little dresses.
yeah. This guy just got off of work at the car wash. He's here to show you what's what.
Yeah, how you guys doing? Who's playing? We playing 8 ball? Rack 'em up.